Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I believe our next guest used to work with us as a publicist. Am I right, Robin?
Yes, she is. She's still in.
Elesia Carey, and turns out she's a very talented clothing designer as well. I don't have a picture of any of her designs on the streaming podcast that we're doing right now, but I do have a picture of her. I guess that's her signature. That might be her logo. Elesia Carey is an international fashion designer, the fashion editor for Travel Girl magazine, and the owner of Couture by Elesia. She's going to talk to us about the 2017 hottest summer fashion trends and how to work the look. And there's only one that I hope is not on the list, Robin. You know which one this is, right?
Oh, yes,
All right,
I do.
We're going to find out about this. Elesia, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, Robin? How are you, Larry?
We're good. We're good. Are you in New York?
Yes, I am.
So how is life for you? How's it going? Is it taking over your life, the whole fashion design thing?
Well, it's so funny that you mention it. One second. It is actually, life is actually good. I'm still doing a lot of things, but for some reason, I'd had this, you know when you have like a moment, and the moment was to really put some emphasis back into my fashion. I had that moment like about 3 or 4 months ago to really start giving it the love that it deserves because it's a great line. So I have shifted focus. I'm still doing PR work and producing, but the fashion has definitely gone into a new level for me, and I'm feeling it.
Well, here's my hunch about people in general, is that we all have to earn a living, but we all have a passion. And if you can make those two things the same thing, then you have hit the jackpot. And I knew as soon as I found out that you were a fashion designer that was probably really where your heart was and where you would end up.
Really? Are you giving me a prediction here on air? Is that, you know what?
Yes, absolutely.
Very genuine.
Yeah, there's no question in my mind.
Hold on a second. I'm going to take it. I'm taking it. I'm going to take it today because I do have two passions. I went to school to Columbia. I'm a film and television producer, and fashion, has been my passion since a long time. So, I'm struggling between those two worlds. I must admit, I'm going to come clean like we're at church today. So yes, I do. I don't know if you're speaking to me through God, but yes, I don't know, but I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that today.
And I believe it's absolutely true. And I you know what, where you see it sometimes? You see it in home movies when adults were children. If you look at a home movie of Robin's daughter, for example, when she was a little girl, she's playing with little toy horses. What does she do now for a living? She's with a veterinarian.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. I bet you when you were a little girl, you were messing with fashion in some way or form.
Well, I'm going to tell you a short story, but you're going to laugh. I had my first job. It was at Banana Republic to be a sales assistant right after school, right? And my first check, my mother said to me, put that check, you're going to open a bank account and put that check into the bank account. I was like, Mom, absolutely not a problem. We'll put that right away. All money will go into the bank account. Of course, I work in the mall. So the first thing I do is I take my entire paycheck minus $20 and I buy a pair of boots, okay? And my mother is like, well, show me the bank account. I'm like, oh, Mom, the bank account, the banking system was down, so I got to go back on Monday. So I'm like, oh, my goodness. So I ran back. So I bought it on a Friday, ran back on the Monday before school, after school, to get my money back and then put it in the account. Turns out that certain places don't give money back. So I had a store credit. So I had to go home with a store credit, and my mom is like lesson number one. But yeah, I've made a lot of foolish fashion decisions. So yes, someplace in me has always been chose fashion over pretty much almost above all else.
You should have kept the boots.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. I went back and got the boots.
There you go.
You went back and got them.
I went back and got the boots and then sold them to somebody in my class. So eventually the money did come back to me. But yeah, I found a way.
So give me a website so I can look at some of the fashions and our listeners can look at some. I want to download the pictures and put them on the podcast.
Please, you got to download this. Go to Instagram because the website is being under construction. So go to Instagram right now. It's couture_by Elesia. And you're going to see some of the latest looks, and you're going to love the pictures because I'm working with this fashion editor for photographs, and he's doing some great stuff with the looks that I've given him. So go there, and I actually posted one up of the different color bags that are available because you'll see some new colors. So yeah, there's been what's the word I'm looking for? There's been a resurgence or resurrection, if you will, of my line, and I'm feeling it. And if you look at these great images,
okay, I'm at your site. Okay. Oh, is that
okay.
you? Is that you looking at the water in the circle?
No, I'm in there, but I'm not going to tell you which one is me. There's two models, and there's me. I'm not telling you which one is me. But which one? Do you see the pictures of the bags with the different colors? Do you see that?
Yes. Okay.
I love your purses.
All right.
Do you see the woman in the garden? That's a sleeveless. Aren't these images great? Didn't he do a great job?
Absolutely great. Yes, and
Is that what you call cold shoulders?
So who are you? Which one are you? Am I wrong about which one? I thought you were the one. And I thought we talked about this once before. That's not you.
Yeah, but I'm in there, but I'm not telling you. I'll tell you the end of it. I'll tell you the end. There's two models, and I'm in there as well. So I'm there, but I'm not going to tell you.
All right. I'm gonna put some of these up on ours. But I guess the best thing for our listeners, go to Instagram and then couture _.
Go to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do it. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say there's two underscores, couture_by Elesia, and then you'll find it. And you'll see all the...
Elesia.
Elesia, yes. So what is you mentioned something earlier. I wanted to ask you to dig a little deeper or help us understand a little better. You said a couple of months ago something hit you and it was a new direction for you. What was that?
Yeah. Okay. I really believe that's why what you just said to me is going to freak me out the whole rest of the weekend. Okay. There is somebody who I respect. And it's a woman who knows nothing. She's not in the industry or anything, but she had an epiphany and she shared it with me. And she said, and I'm not joking, she said to me, you should do more social media for your she didn't call it social. She goes, that online thing, you should do more of that. Like, just say out of blue. And I'm like, what? And I really had that feeling like a week before, like I'm letting something. It's like, okay, I'm gonna let you into who I am. It's like God gives you a talent, and if you don't work that talent, it gets taken away from you. So he gave me this idea for the line, and I've let it kind of go into limbo because I've been working on other projects, other people's projects.
Really?
And so when she said that to me, I was like, you know what? She's right. I should put more into it. And from that, this is just somebody who just doesn't even own a computer said it to me. So I'm like, if that's what's coming from her, I'm going to take that as a sign, and I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to really give it some love. It's like a garden. If you don't tend your garden, life, it's not greener on the other side. It's greener how you tend it. So I'm like, let me tend my garden. Yeah. Let me water it and give it the care and the love that it deserves, and see how it flourishes.
Alicia, I love the energy that I'm hearing from you. Can I tell you a little philosophy I have? I don't know if this is going to make sense in the short amount of time I'm going to tell it, but when scientists looked at all the planets in the universe and in the whatever they could see, they were all round. I don't know why they were surprised when they figured out that the Earth was round. And the same thing is true for human beings. I don't know why we're surprised when we figure out that God gave us all a talent. You look at every single animal. A beaver never questions his or her ability to build a dam.
You're right.
A bird never questions his or her ability to fly or to build a nest. A giraffe never questions its ability to reach that uppermost leaf, And so you and I and every one of us has a talent. We should never question that which is within us that is pushing us to do better and to move forward. I truly think that's what you have within you. It's clear. I mean, I'm looking at pictures. There's no question. This is your talent. This is your gift.
You're absolutely right. And I think the only thing that I'm going to add to that, and you're right, they don't question it, but unfortunately, and we'll go off this topic, but sometimes you have naysayers that talk in your ear, and
yes,
that's where the beaver starts questioning his talent.
No beaver does that. No beavers don't tell each other, you're never going to build a dam.
They never do. They never do. But unfortunately, sometimes the closest people to us who won't go on that, but sometimes they see something before we even see that, like you did, or the woman who said it to me, and they can encourage you. They can encourage you, but they can also, they're ones that try to sabotage it for their own lack of what have you. But we move past that. But I'm gonna grab what you said today, because that came straight out of the blue. You've never said anything like that to me, and I'm gonna run with it. I appreciate that. Like you would not believe.
It's hard.
I'm grateful.
It's hard for me to not look at somebody and not wonder what the gift is. And in your case, it's real clear. It's real obvious. And I've watched it blossom over the years of knowing you. Because at first, I mean, this is true for quite a few people that we meet in our lifetimes. You see things blossom, and especially if you know somebody from the day they were born. I know people that I knew the day they were born, and now I see them blossoming into these beautiful adults, and they're doing wonderful things that are similar to what they were doing when they were kids.
Well, you guys have just made my day, and I appreciate both you and, of course, Robin, my secret PR agent. She's always telling Elesia is great. Elesia is great. I'm like, I need to send that woman a check, because she does amazing PR for me.
Can I ask you to tell us, do you do fashion shows that we can attend?
Well, here's the deal. I will be. I did do my first show in New York last year, but I will be doing another show for this year. But which I've talked to you guys, I want to, and I'm putting this out in the universe, I want to do shows across the country. So, and Florida is definitely one that is there for me. So I will. I'm just putting this out. I'm putting this out that I will be traveling and doing shows and showing my designs, and I hope to be in a vicinity where you guys can be a part of that. It would mean a lot to me.
Well, if you do a show at this mall, because we broadcast from a mall. And they do fashion shows in this mall. In fact, I videotaped a couple of them. Oh, they would love to see this.
Well, here's my question: who do you know that you can set me up where I can come and do a fashion show at this mall?
Oh my God!
That's if you're throwing that out to me, I'm saying help it.
The answer.
Help. Go ahead.
Everybody who can help you get a fashion show in this mall, I know every one of them.
Well, then I need to talk to you and Robin after the show, and you guys need to set me up, and I'm coming to Florida and doing a show.
All right. Well, that's cool, and hopefully we'll see you do a show in New York too, because we plan to be up there as well later this year. So, Elesia, we didn't talk at all about hot fashion trends of the summer. I know. I just don't want to see. Those onesies that men are supposed to be wearing now. I don't want them. Don't put them in.
I'm gonna be very honest. I really. I got nothing to say about that. I do respect other designers, because it's like businesses. When I see any business, I know the blood, sweat, and tears that went into doing that. So I respect any other designers. For me, for my significant other, I would not want that look. Private or public, I would not want that look. So I'm gonna go on record. But another woman, tomato, she might want that look, and God bless her.
That's right.
Or a man that wants that look, God bless him either. But
that's a good attitude.
Personally, that's not my cup of tea. But you know what? It's out there. It's making some controversy, and it's like the man bun. It'll take its course.
Yeah, that one too. Elesia, thank you so much for being on the air with us. We've got another one we've got to do, so we have to talk about the summer fashion trends in the future.
Okay.
What's the best way for our listeners to look at your website or the Facebook page and the Instagram, and what else?
Yeah. Right now, the Facebook page, there's Twitter, Facebook page, and the Instagram, but I'm really doing a lot of visuals. So check out the Instagram, and if they have any questions, they can email me or want to order something, and it's elesia.carey@gmail.com.
Okay, I will make sure that it's up there. Robin will actually make sure that it's up there on the podcast. Thank you, Elesia.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Thursday, cloud and a shower or two this morning, giving way to some sunshine later today. It'll become breezy and less humid with time, with a high of 82 to 86. And mainly clear Thursday night, lows in the upper 50s in a few inland spots, mid-60s at the coast. Sunshine and pleasant Friday with low humidity, high 86 to 90. Saturday, mostly sunny and very warm, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
The very best in quality is Captain T's upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery?